Capricorn, what's going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. We are officially ending Leo season today. Not as we speak, but soon, this evening, or depending on where you're located in the world. So we're moving into Virgo season, and we have a new moon in Virgo tomorrow as well. So I will attempt to upload a video. Things have been a little bit, touch and go over here, so I apologize. But thank you for your patience always. I've struggled to kind of upload regularly lately, so thank you again for your patience. So where I'll leave it. But that is kind of the nature of Leo season. You know, Leo definitely enlivens our courage, our pride, this desire or need to kind of put ourselves out there. It doesn't mean we have to be front and center in front of a bunch of people, but this is kind of like our own life, you know, the ways that we want to show up, the ways we want to feel strong and courageous. And because it is Leo energy, fire energy, there is a lot of competing forces at play, especially just as we're trying to empower ourselves, so are others. And that's kind of where some of the tension come into play along with that fire energy. Just kind of exasperates feelings, emotions, aggressions, frustrations, etc. And so we're just trying to find our balance through all this stuff. That's why Virgo energy is definitely welcomed. It's earth energy. It's going to give us some grounding, some stability. And it also focuses on self-care, nurture, support, the way that we put that into our daily routine. Ayurveda is huge into daily routine, having some consistency, definitely a balance between activity and rest, so we're not on overstimulus, which I don't even know if is possible nowadays, but you can get out into nature, take a walk to kind of balance it out, that kind of thing. But again, Virgo season really helps us focus on those things of self-love, self-care. That's also why I like to start off the readings with an energy cleansing. Just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. Cleanse out those places where we might feel blocked, limited. It's also a great time to set your own intention, especially if you've come in with something on your heart or mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a really great way to personalize these collective readings. I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you're interested in more of a realignment of self, your mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we are in balance, just as I was talking about with Virgo season, when we feel good, aligned, grounded in ourselves, knowing our wants, our needs, that's really where we manifest happiness, abundance, fulfillment. And I would love to help support in whatever way possible. Definitely hit me up, Capricorn. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama love. All right, Capricorn, I feel like your energy, I don't know, like you're a little annoyed. That's what I keep picking up, like something pesky is bothering you. Like, it feels like, no matter what you're doing, or like I do feel like you're trying to either like distract yourself or not think about this thing, this person, this situation. It feels like something that's really just kind of bothering you, and it keeps popping up, right? Like, no matter how much you try to disconnect, like I was saying, you can't escape it for whatever reason. Illusion, instinct, and the key pop up. So I feel like there are some things that, you might need to take a closer look at. And I feel like this is stuff that you might be specifically avoiding. I apologize, Capricorn. This is like a heavy way to start your reading. But here's the thing, you're a really strong sign, right? Like, you are good at keeping your shit together, keeping things buttoned up. If you need to, devote extra time, energy to doing that, you will, right? Like, you don't have a problem doing it. And even when everyone else says like, no, thank you, you'll still do it. Okay, but there are parts of this, the shadow, the devil. Who else got the devil this week? I can't remember. Was it Cancer maybe? It might have been Cancer. Okay, release yourself from the devil's grip. You are more powerful than your inner shadow. So this kind of goes back to whatever that is that you're trying to avoid. What I will say, unfortunately, whether we like it or not, it's just the nature. If we keep avoiding it, then it's going to keep popping up. And that's where I feel like, you're trying to just, like I said, it felt like a pesky insect or like a fly or something you're trying to swat away. Something that you maybe even aren't giving a lot of credence to, but it actually really does play a big part, a big role in your life right now. And it is heavily connected to whatever this is, whatever this idea of partnership, relationship is in your life, right? The way that we're having partnerships and relationships, that's been highlighted a lot lately with numerous transits in the astrology, specifically Pluto moving into Aquarius. We're just coming off of Mercury retrograde, where Venus and Mars were very tensely aspecting each other. It gives us an opportunity to, yes, like work through those problems and issues. But when we don't, or when someone refuses to, or we keep coming up against these dead ends, well, then we really do need to reevaluate and look at the partnerships that we are inviting into our life. Like, who and what are we working with, and why do we keep hitting these proverbial dead ends? And that is where your answers are found within this devil energy, right? Because it does look like something is playing out for growth, evolution, healing of whatever this shadow is for you. It can be as simple as a thought, a belief. It can be, as also like the way you're engaging in partnerships, the people that you think have your back when they don't, or, there's something else that needs to be seen. I'm hearing, yes, like types of partnerships you're drawing in, but also like the belief about yourself, which keeps you attached to these people and these dynamics. I'm sorry, this is like so heavy, so I apologize, but there is like value to it. I will say that, okay? I'm not just like trying to like, make you feel bad about your life, because the idea is, the hope is that if we can spend a little bit of time by ourselves, introspecting, thinking through, what do I want? What do I need? What kind of relationships do I want in my life? It helps us manifest those that much better. Oftentimes, we just kind of take what we're given or what comes our way. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, And I feel like maybe even you have this level of like blind loyalty to someone. Maybe it's not blind, but there is some like level of responsibility that you're carrying for someone else. And it almost feels like it's been too long, is what I'm hearing. Like, you're carrying someone else's burden, and it's time to reevaluate. I feel like this is a partnership that was meant to be in your life. Perhaps it's run its course. Let's see what the tarot says. perhaps it's run its course, or it needs to be readjusted. It needs to be reframed. What does partnership say? It says on the card, a significant partnership is about to be forged to serve your greater good. It will be reciprocal, and it will be a reciprocal experience. Okay, so let's look at that. And you know, so you could be, well, I feel like this is part of like what you're trying to manifest. You're trying to manifest that reciprocity, but you still need to get this proverbial devil out of the way. And I think because maybe you just keep trying to push forward or carrying everyone else's burdens or whatever it is, that's like leaving you in that space of distraction, the inability to actually take time to think through, process through, is giving you the short end of the stick. You know, it goes back to that value of the balance of activity and rest. When we rest, we're actually like way more efficient. You know, it's like, yeah, you could like study all night and not sleep, but your brain at some point gives out, you know, it's only ingesting so much information, where if you're like doing little power naps or a little meditation or whatever it is, it throws you back online because it's allowing your body to have a deeper, more authentic sense of rest and therefore restoration. So it looks like you're pushing for this time of just happiness. I'm hearing 10 of Cups as happiness within yourself. I do feel like you've put up some boundaries with someone. It's showing that maybe you're not forcing someone to make a decision, but whatever way you're approaching them, the situation, the conversations you have with them, you're actually being way more transparent, way more candid about like what you need for you, and specifically related to like making sure that you're taking care of your mental, emotional well-being. It's putting someone in a difficult spot, you know, or like they've kind of been lingering in this space of like their own, I don't know, like maybe they're not factoring you into the equation, because this is someone who's very focused on their own success. And whatever this devil is, I was hearing it's like dead weight, right? Like, I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't know if that's like an inappropriate phrase to use. If it is, if it's offensive, you can drop comments below. But it just feels like something that's not adding value is what I'm getting at. Someone, because they're more focused on whatever they're doing, they're putting high priority on that. They're seeing that they need to make some changes around what decisions they do make, because whatever you guys have going on, it's really not vibing anymore. And I think at this point, it's just making you feel kind of emotional. I don't know, some new type of clarity is coming through this week that I think, okay. You're setting more boundaries for yourself, and it looks like someone doesn't really like it. I feel like you're not feeding someone's ego as much anymore, and it's making them mad, right? And maybe even to the point where they're causing drama, conflict for the sake of it. I feel like you're extending a hand to whatever capacity. This is what I can do for you. This is what I can give. This is what I can give to the relationship. And they might not like this. And I feel like it's actually bringing out some of this shadow. Might not be you specifically. It might just be like you putting up with someone's bad behavior. Temper tantrum energy, someone who's just causing fights to cause fights, or threatening, leaving, walking out, to whatever capacity, right? Because this is someone who wants what they want when they want it. And for whatever reason, Capricorn, you're in this vibe of like, I can give you this much. Like, you've just, like, your energy feels way more practical, way more level-headed. It's not even like you're mad at them, that you might not like what they do. Maybe you're finally being honest about how much it pisses you off. And that's where the frustration is coming into play. But, you know, to whatever capacity, you're still offering a hand of relationship. This is what I can give. Whether or not they want to take it is to be determined. It looks like they might not be able to. I don't know, they kind of just don't like what's going on is what I'm seeing. So I guess if nothing changes, then maybe this is a done deal. But there also is an opportunity to connect. Maybe this is as simple as having, well, an honest, open conversation. I don't know. They feel a little bit inflexible, I'm not going to lie, because it's very important for them, like I said, to be on top, to be the one in control, or, you know, making sure that whatever they need gets met first. Their needs get met first. And this is talking about like new opportunities, manifesting new potentials for partnerships, for relationships. I don't know if I can hold all these. Expanding your horizons, right? Taking that leap of faith. If you keep hitting that proverbial brick wall, well, that's what needs to be looked at, right? Not how to continually overcome something that just keeps going right back to the same spot over and over and over again. And maybe that's where that devil comes into play. Again, maybe a little bit too much coddling energy, coddling of someone that like is an adult, that does need to learn how to manage themselves. And it might not be easy. It might not be easy, but I think the way you're going about it, of like creating boundaries, is actually helping you weed out some of the challenge. You just kind of have to be patient through the process and not let this devil overtake. So I hope this helps, Capricorn. Thank you so much for your time, energy always. I'm sorry this was a little bit heavy, but I do hope you found messages that resonated for you here. I hope it helps, actually. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support to the channel. No, it blesses my heart, and I'm sending it back your way.